This book right here, the original WarCry core rulebook, has probably the best setup system for scenarios that I've seen in any war game, really. And there is no reason that they need to be kept in WarCry. WarCry, particularly the first version, the first edition, is just brilliant. It's fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this. I got to play a load of it as well. Just so much fun. It's fast, it's brutal. But what really, really stands out about WarCry for me is how your your factions are split into 3. So you is it dagger, fist, and shield. So out of all the guys in your little team, in your little gang, you've got they're basically split into 3. It's as even as possible, and then they come on in different orders based around the scenarios that you've drawn. So what's really good about this is I've still got all the cards, but the tucked away. So I'm just going to use the book at the minute for this. But so within the WarCry book, if you're looking enough to get hold of this box set, you get all the terrain you need for a start, which is fantastic. You then have terrain card tables. What you do is you'd either roll off in the book or you draw a card at random. Table A and Table B. You then have deployment cards. Again, you can either roll off or you draw these out. And then we move over to victories. And again, you draw these or you roll them off. And what's the really thematic for... Oh, sorry, I forgot the twist cards as well. Which obviously add twists to the game, which we've also seen a little bit in Spearhead. But what really starts... So this is what made WarCry really, really good fun. But I've been thinking about this quite a bit recently. Particularly if you saw the other video where I was having a bit of a moan about people wanting to play GW games. Little bit of an apology, just a little sidebar here. A little bit of apology to my friends locally that do actually play other systems. But anyway, I've been thinking about these rules quite a bit because just the way that you set up your game and things are drawn at random, and the way your various sections of your faction come on throughout the game just make it just really open-ended, really exciting, and dare I say quite narrative. So there's nothing stopping me rolling these rules into any other system that I want. There's nothing this is a Games Workshop game, it's a Games Workshop rulebook, but you could, if you were feeling cheeky enough, just use these scenarios and put them in another game. What's stopping you, really? Really, nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. You know, I know a lot of people tweak 40k and Warhammer and whatnot to make it flow better for them, but why not take something that's actually been through a rigorous testing at GW and make the most out of your games? Like, I've only ever had fun playing WarCry, even when I've been absolutely trounced. I don't win many games, so that happens quite a lot, but looking at this, there's just so much cool stuff you can do. I mean, fair enough, you could probably leave the battle plan terrain cards out, because you might not have that much terrain for whatever system you're playing. It might not use the same terrain, but if there's a another skirmish fantasy game that you're playing and you've got these WarCry ruins, why not? If you have something similar for sci-fi layouts, it could just be walls or hedges. Obviously WarCry is played at various heights as well, so bear that in mind. But when it gets to the actual how things are deployed and the victory cards, that they're very easily transferable to anything pretty much. The only thing is, you look at the twist cards, and some of those might be quite fantasy specific, but fantasy is just sci-fi with sandals, really, isn't it? You can do, you could change any of these to suit whatever sort of game you're playing. I'm really looking forward, as you may have seen if you saw my other video, really looking forward to the Epic Warpath system coming. And come on, fingers crossed for me. Come on, Mantic, you can do it. I believe in you. And I don't know what the scenarios are in that book, But these scenarios are really fun. So already I'm thinking, well, I can just spice it up. Battletech, I'm hopefully getting a bit more Battletech in this year. Again, you know, there are some, I've got the Alpha Strike set and there's a couple of scenarios in there, but they ultimately just boil down to just shoot the other robots. But this, you know, objectives, some of them have got shifting objectives, you're bringing on different pieces at different times. I mean, ultimately, your overall forces are balanced. So whether they're coming on in dribs and drabs, you can make up your own things as often as you like, and it's loads of fun. But having something to refer to that's there, already in a book or on the cards, what's not to beat? You know, what's not to love about that? And that's it for this one, folks. Just really just saying, play your game your way. You know, me moaning that I can't get people to play what I want. Well, yeah. If I need to try and cobble up some solo rules for things, then I'm just gonna have to do that. But using this as a template for scenarios and deployment and objectives and everything, that just adds a bit more spice to it. I'm not just playing myself from one side of the table to the other. So there we go. Maybe the next video will be about cobbling together solo rule sets. I'll have a think about that. So yeah, just wanted to get another quick waffle out, guys. Take care, folks. Catch you on the next one.